You're watching the Endeavor TV with the brand new Acer Iconia Tab B1 in a short review, or maybe not even that short, because we will show you everything that you need to know before buying this beautiful $100 or 119 euro tablet. As you can see, we have a few fingerprints on this device, but it's actually not that bad, because once you turn it on, it will look just like a regular tablet, and probably even it has the same size actually as the Google Nexus 7 tablet. So before we go into the software, which seems like a vanilla Android with a few extras by Acer, let's just check out the device itself. As you can see here on the front, we have a 0.3 megapixel camera, Acer logo, and otherwise nothing else. I took the Iconia blue little label here on the bottom corner off, because it was kind of bothering me looking all the time at Iconia. On the left side there is no ports at all. On the bottom you can charge it and connect it to your computer via micro USB, which is regular. Then we have here actually right next to that a little flap which you can open, and you can put in your micro SD card, since there's only 8 gigs of internal space here, and I put in an 8 gigabyte micro SD in here. And it seems like there would be even space for a SIM card reader, but actually there is no SIM card reader in this model maybe, and it's not even announced that there will be a SIM card model, also 3G model. But let's just put this a little SD card back in there. It was of course not inside the box, the SD card, so you have to buy one yourself, but they're not that expensive anymore. On the back you can see we have another Acer logo. It says Iconia B1, and here the middle part is actually made out of metal. I know that because in the winter it gets cold, and on the outside the plastic cover is not that cold. We have a mono speaker, which we'll listen to in a few minutes. Then we have here volume rocker, on and off switch, and I think that's the microphone. And on the top you actually have even the option to plug in your headphones, so you can watch movies in the bus or on the plane or anywhere you want to, without bothering anyone else. So you can go to Google Now, camera, or just unlock the device. That's what I usually do. You will probably do that most of the times also. And then you can see this is quite fast actually to use here. Feels really great and smooth. You can't of course zoom, but since this is Android 4.1.2 you can also flip the screen, and it works perfectly like that also. But let me actually flip it back. You can see we have 4 apps that we installed on this device, a little bit gaming, video watching, a file manager, and a PDF viewer. We will use all of those, and otherwise you can see here the whole list of apps that are installed on the device. None of these are from Acer. They are all standard Android apps. For example, YouTube, the camera, which we can actually check out right away before I forget it at the end. So you can see that here the camera that is built in is not that bad at all. We have night anyway right now. It's fast enough totally for Skyping and anything like that. The colors are not that great, but I mean, this is a really cheap tablet, so this is totally enough. And if I switch to video, you will see that the camera is even a little bit faster, but you can see here right away that it matters how you hold the display, so you can see all the colors clearly, since from the bottom it's a little bit more bright and from the top it's totally dark. But I will show that to you in a few minutes more when we go through videos and things like that. First, let's go to the internet. So you can see here we actually opened up another site, which is our German partner site here, PC World. Opens up over Wi-Fi not that quickly, but I actually have the New York Times here open also, which has to load. The websites of course flip quite quickly. And there we go, the New York Times, not in the mobile edition with the standard. And you can see this is not slow. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. It works quite quickly, and the touchscreen is quite good. You can of course stay in like this, and you can read everything that's on the page. If you go back to the other side, you can see that that should have loaded in this time also. Yes, you can see here, this is also totally fast enough. So this was the browser. If I want to open another site, let's say we want to go to macworld.com. I know this is an Android device, but let's just do it to show you the keyboard. You can see that that works quite great. You can of course flip this also, and then you have different, or the regular vanilla keyboard, as I said already before, that is working great here on the device. And over Wi-Fi websites well, they load. You could say kind of slow, but it of course depends on what websites you go to always, and even YouTube videos play without problem in the site. So this is macworld.com here, and yes, let's just go back to home, and then let's check out our file manager to show you a few pictures, videos and music to show you how this device works in everyday use. Let's just open up a picture of my girlfriend, for example. You can see that this 3 megabyte picture is quite good. Oh, and as far as I can see, you can even zoom out a little bit, and then you see the next and the last picture that you will get here. This is the last one, and then you can of course browse here through the pictures. I have a few videos also on here, and I guess you will like this picture. You can also zoom in and out here quite nicely. So let's just go and watch Gangnam Style MP4, a 720p video from the beginning here with my MX video player, which I love to install on the devices. Maximum sound and maximum brightness would be like this. So you see 720p MP4 downloaded from YouTube, works perfectly, no slowing down or anything, so it works really perfectly. You can of course also here go a little bit further and then play anything. We know what happens next. I mean, over 1 billion people have watched it, so you will now also. We have now 720p video, Transformers 2, no, this one. And you will see that 720p is kind of slow. I know there's no sound right now because it says Dolby surround sound, but you see 720p plays, but there's a few artifacts in the picture, and when there will be a lot more happening on the screen, you will see also that it slows down a little bit, which you can see right now. There is too much noise, so I would not recommend watching 720p videos on this device, and there is no HDMI out anyhow, so I don't think that it will make any sense to watch 720p on a device like this. I guess 720p with a cartoon movie like Simpsons or Futurama will work, but otherwise I will not recommend it. And then we have a full HD movie here, Pirates of the Caribbean, which plays even slower, but here I can show you perfectly that when you look at the device from the front, the display is totally fine, but if you just tilt it a little bit, you can see right away it's getting darker, and if you go even more, then the colors totally invert. And I know you can see now here the bottom of the table, but still the colors are just not perfect. From the side also, from the left it's totally okay, and from the right it gets also a little bit darker, but this top bottom thing just really annoys me, especially if you hold it like this, you want to read something and then you just go a little bit to the side and then right away the colors are off, especially with PDFs, which I will show you right now. This is totally annoying. So actually let's just go out of the video. And then I have a PDF here which I will open with the Adobe Reader. Reading PDFs actually is not that bad. Here 50 megabytes, it opens totally quickly, 160 pages, so for students this is not that bad. You can read everything clearly, even though this has not the HD screen that the Nexus 7 has. You can go in closely, you can see everything quite nicely, but you can see this is a little bit laggy. You can barely feel it, but it feels a little bit slower than it should be. And as I said, when you look at it from the front, it's totally fine, but from the side it gets this weird feeling that, I don't know, just this glossy feeling. It's just weird to read anything like that, and from the left it just gets too bright. So for watching videos or reading, not the perfect device, and then I don't know what it would be perfect for, since the last thing you will probably do is gaming. Gaming works actually fine on this device, but again, here with the screen you have to watch out if you look at it like this or like this. I mean, you can see the difference quite clearly, and there is, well, it's kind of hard to concentrate to hold it all the time, right? But you can see, actually gaming with the dual-core processor is totally fine. Here, Jetpack Joyride, a free game, you should try it out. It's kind of addictive and easy to play, even on your smartphone. It's available for free on all systems, BlackBerry, Android, iOS, and whatever else there is. So you can see this works totally fine. on a Tegra 3 Windows 8 tablet. This was actually stuttering, so compared to this one, this is, well, a lot better. So what else do we have? Of course, we should show you a little bit of music. I can do the DJ. I mean, it's totally fine, but it just doesn't sound like it should sound. So I can play you the same thing here on my Apple iPad 3, which is also only one speaker actually, but I hope I have the same thing on here. Actually I don't, it's too bad, but let me just play something similar. It just sounds a lot more like the bass would be better, I don't know. So actually if I already have my iPad open, let me just go out, go to a website, and I can show you here the difference between the whites on this tablet and the Apple iPad. So both are about the same brightness, and you can see that here the white is just, well, as you would expect it from a tablet, and here just too bright and too unreal, and it doesn't feel like it would be good for my eyes to read this for a long time. So I would give this tablet a 6.5 out of 10 points maybe, since this has a really good price. You can do anything with it. It's not slow at all. Just today, after the second week that it's out, I got a first software update. Android 4.1.2 is a new Android, so there's not much to complain about this tablet except for the display. Acer, you have to work on your display. Just let us pay 2 or 10 or 20 bucks more, and I will gladly buy this device again. Now I will send it back, and there is actually an Asus device which costs $149, not $119. That I hope will be even a little bit better, since it has the same things inside, but probably a better display. So thank you much for watching, and Devil TV, this was the brand new Acer Iconia B1 tablet here in a full review. I hope you liked it. Till next time, please tune in again. My name is Balazs Gal, and also please subscribe.